Hey there, it's Raven Scry here today to offer another crypto reading. This one's offered by Sandra, so thank you, Sandra. And she's selected Fantom, Aigentx, and Neutron. Now, sometimes some of these projects are less known, and I sometimes don't necessarily post them, but I'm feeling to today. And let me know, do you like me posting some of the really smaller coins too? Anyway, enjoy this one. Right, so I'm just going to jump straight in, jump straight into Fantom. Okay, as I open up with Fantom, there's a lot of energy behind this one. There's a lot of strength, and there's a lot of activity. I feel as though there's been some sort of sense of like moving up, moving down, moving up, moving down. It's like it's almost making attempts to shoot off and to make new levels, to go to new levels, but it's something has kind of pushed it down. It's and they just show me this zigzag motion. There's ups and there's down. There's ups and there's down. But they show me as I connect to it more, it's like it's going to, bust out and have a decent move to quite decent highs as well. And I ask Spirit, help me to understand Fantom a little bit more. What more can they add around this project, Fantom? Because I feel like there's a lot of community around it. I feel like it's like someone's almost waiting in the way that it feels, waiting for the right time to push it. Within saying that, it feels like there's something pushing it. So that some larger business or industry that's supporting the push, as well as just the community. There is this behind the scenes large money in the way that it comes through. So as I move down the timeline into 2024 and into 2025, I'm hearing breakout. So it feels like it's doing some decent moves. I still feel there's this element of some sort of restriction in some way. Although it is moving up quite decently, there is still something that's not allowing it to fully go. It's like something is kind of holding it back in some way. And I want to say, I feel like there's this energy being taken from the project. So whether there's someone or something taking a lot of funds or profits from this, or what's the story, there is this sort of leaking energy that is there with it as it moves along. But in saying that, it's still doing very well. But there just is that to note, be mindful of, this energy taking from it in the way that it comes through. Now, it could be quite literal, this energy, or it could actually just be the nature of the energy with the project, but it just does feel like there's something being taken from the project. Now, okay, as I move further and further into 2024 and into 2025 again, I just hear eruption of growth. I do get quite a good sense with this one. I feel as though it's going to have some decent moves. It feels like several times from where it is in regards to price. And of course, that's not financial advice, but this is just what comes through. Now I'm going to ask Spirit, any thoughts that they have on Fantom and anything they'd like to share. They show me this building energy, and it's like it's being contained in some way. It's like they show me this ball of energy that is moving out. It's like ebbing and flowing out and in and out and in and out and in, and it's like it's being held off, and there is a pressure that is building here with it. So it's like, boom, there is a point that it starts to move, and move quite well. It's like it's doing something quite awesome. It's doing quite a nice run in the way that the energy is shown. It's like it's been building to a point, and it gets to that point, and boom, it goes. Like it's like it can't hold back anymore. Is the way the energy feels. It's like it it has a decent move to the upside. Is how it's coming through. And I'm just going to ask: is there any particular months or days that time periods? Days might be a little bit specific, but time periods for this project. I feel as though they show it mirroring the trajectory of the larger market within when there is these larger moves up and pull back, moves up. It's like they almost show me these two waves, in the way the energy feels, but it is riding those waves with it. It is moving with these waves, and it's quite high in the way that it moves. It feels quite successful, and it feels like it's integrating into a lot of things, great deal of things. So it does kind of, in the way that this energy feels, it feels like it's you can't really go wrong here. There is this slight holding back energy, but it feels like this one, you can't go wrong with having some, and again, not financial advice, but it looks to be doing good things. Okay, so I'm going to move along now to your next coin that you've selected, and that's Aigentx, AIX. Okay. Okay, they show me this project. They show me some sort of, this energy is kind of moving along. It's not doing anything spectacular in the way that it feels. Although I am aware that it's going to have a decent run, and again, it mirrors the larger market in the way they show this. And I feel as though this would also be mirroring times when groups of coins are running, like AI coins, for example, which is certainly going to happen in a big way later on I feel as though later on in the year. There is a lot of hype here, and I've kind of connected to the overall energy of everything within the AI element here. Like, I feel like Spirit's blended me with that. It's like they've almost taken it away from being separate of just this project, and sort of added them into a larger collection of projects. And it's certainly moving well, is the way that it's coming through. Now, I ask Spirit, what they feel around Aigentx and where it's going, where it's moving. There will be a quick acceleration, they're speaking of, with this one, fast. It's like it's just suddenly, boom, starts taking off. Yeah, okay. And adding a little bit more Spirit to that. They show it, moving up and doing this sort of spurt of energy, and then it pulls back, and it looks like it's somehow accumulating or moving to the side. And like I've seen also in a lot of these readings, is this pattern within a chart, which is like moving up, and then it's like pulling back, and it's making like a bowl shape. It's making like a rounded bottom shape over time. So it's like it's meandering or consolidating, or it's taking its time, and perhaps it's an accumulation vibe. I don't know what it is, because this is, I don't, in regards to the lingo that I'm using, but the way that it feels is like it's just doing this rounded bottom, ready for another leg up in some way. So I'm certainly seeing this one moving and moving up quite well within its layers and levels of movement. Okay, I'm just going to ask anything more as we move further into 2024 and into 2025, if there's anything more that Spirit wishes to share around this project. They're just saying, it's going to do well. but they clump it together also with a lot of the other AI coins. So it's like a time when many of them are going to be running together. And, like varying degrees of one goes a bit higher than the other one. They've just clumped it in with the others, and it looks to be doing some decent moves at the right time when the others are also moving, is the way it's being shown. Okay, I'm going to move along now to your third coin request. And the third coin is Neutron, Ntrn. Okay, so as I connect with this one, I'm getting this shuddery energy. I'm getting this like shaky feeling. It's like it's like it's nervous. The energy feels nervous, and nervous in a way, and then and sort of nervously. It's like it's waiting. It's anticipating something, and it moves along, and then it's like suddenly, go! It runs it, and it really there's this built-up nervous feeling that just they really bring my attention to. And it's like it's ready. It's like it's waiting for its perfect moment to move. Now, this is very energetic in the nature that they show this, but it's almost like, it becomes... it's like somebody is there waiting for a race, and they're nervous, and they've been training for a long time, is kind of the way that it's being shown. And then the moment is there, they're ready, they're nervous, they've got all this energy to explode, from these nerves, and there comes a time, it's almost like the race is delayed, or it's taking longer, but there comes a time that boom, off they go, running with this this energy, this nervous energy that is quite accelerated within the way that it's shown. Now I ask Spirit, around this project, what they'd like to share. They're talking about new highs for it soon. Neutron. Okay, Neutron. They're saying it will do well. It feels like it's interesting because there's certain coins that are just kind of getting, it'll do well. Spirit's like, yes, it will. But it's very much in regards to time periods, within the window of time. And I feel as though this is in the window of the bull market, essentially, because it's like once this time period passes, there's going to be a lot of fizzling out. There's going to be a lot of things falling. But, with this, they're like, yes, it's going to also run. Neutron. And I ask, okay, moving into 2024, further into 2024 and into 2025, I do see some quite strong moves coming here for this one. But I feel like there's an element of volatility within the way that it's shown. It's like big moves up and then sort of decent pullbacks. It's not this stabilized energy that some of the bigger alts have. Some of the other projects have it. It has its own, volatile energy that comes with its movements. And I ask what else can be shown around this project Neutron and its movements. Okay, they're saying sixes, and they're like giving me a thumbs up. Okay, so general overall feeling. For some reason, it feels a little bit hard to connect to this project. Overall feeling, Spirit, is like, okay, yes, they don't give me like wow, but they're not giving me some coins they connect to are like they really don't like them, but they're like, okay, we can see this one's moving, but again they err on the side of caution within pumps and times within the cycle that we'll be moving into. So certainly if you're invested in these things, and if they do big moves, taking profits, because things are certainly going to go up and certainly going to go down very fast for some of these, but essentially overall they're bringing to my attention that this is positive. They give a thumbs up for this project. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you've got any thoughts or things you'd like to share, please pop it below in the comments, and I'll see you again really soon. Raven Scry signing off.